Hello everybody, welcome back in this spaceship for the second episode of Trance News that I'm very happy to present for you. Sam, are you around?
Yes, of course.
Well, I missed you since last time, and to be honest, I would feel a bit useless without you here.
You are not useless because you can always be used as a bad example.
Okay, well, I see you didn't change much either.
You got the team you deserve.
Yeah, but it's a good point. So, speaking about team, I would like now to receive my first guest. I'm speaking about DJ Rick Tam from GMS. So, if you don't know GMS, we are not born on the same psychedelic planet. As I met the guy, he was already a DJ in '94. We met actually in a club called the Gibus Club in Paris in '94, and he's around my age. Okay, so you make the calculation, and he's still making music. But after the sudden death of Bonzi in 2018, who died after a long fight against cancer, Rick Tam decided to carry the name of GMS in the memory of Bonzi. He will explain you this in this interview much more than I would do. But before to show you the interview, I would like to make a brief point. The interview you will see now has been shortened, edited, and if you want to see the full interview, it will be in one of our playlists in our channel at Transfer on YouTube. But all the links are in the description. And of course, I can only suggest you to subscribe our channel if you don't want to miss any of the future episodes of Trance News. Now let's receive Rick Tam. Hey Rick Tam, thank you very much to be here with us. When did you play the first time in your career? In a party?
Probably when I was I think we were 15 years old, me and Bonzi, when we went to Goa. The second time we went there, it was the first time that we played.
I think you need to have very cool parents to decide to be a trance DJ at 15 and they say, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, my mother, she was always very open, and luckily Bonzi's father also, so they're the ones that actually told us to go to India. And they went to Pune because they were sannyasins, and they let us go to Goa by ourselves.
No, I don't remember. I think I met you in '94 with Bonzi. I remember you had hair longer than me now.
Exactly.
Hard to believe. You were even cute in that time.
And I was skinnier than you are now, too.
So you continue the JMS project?
Well, for me, Bonzi's always with me, I feel him really around me always, and I always know that he's with me. So, when I go to make music, I still feel that Bonzi, he's kind of there, he's always there with me. So that's why the music is still GMS music, because he's kind of always there still with me. It's not that I dedicate one track to him. All the tracks are with him still, because I do feel him always with me. He's always in my heart, and I really feel his energy always close to me.
Well, I think he's always in the heart of many people. He's part of the history of our culture, of our music, and he will remain for long, of course. Bonzi, come on. So tell me, this COVID now, of course, like all of us, 6 months without anything, how did you spend your time?
No, actually I found a lot of creativity. I made 29 tracks together with Chelly, because we were living in the same house, Chelly's Earthling.
Wow, 29 tracks, wow, it's amazing. Plus the album with Bart, yeah? Because now you have an album with Striker that will be released in a few weeks.
Exactly, plus that we kind of did most of it from before, and then Bart was just finalizing the masters and the final mixes.
Yeah, I'm waiting this album a long time.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's I'm really actually happy with it. It's really a good one, I think.
Why did you decide to call it Full On?
Well, because it's definitely not fucking minimal.
Yeah, this is what Do you have a crazy story also, but in the other side, like a killer party that happened in a place that is amazingly impossible almost, or something like this?
I've had many amazing parties, but one of my favorite parties ever that I went to was in Serbia. I didn't really know what to expect. They brought us, we flew to Serbia, and then they brought us all the way to the coast, and then we had to take a speedboat, and the speedboat brought us to like an old Nazi submarine bunker. And inside this bunker is where they made the kind of the dance floor going all the way to the outside. There was like 5,000 people there. So, it's quite a special thing to realize what that place used to be and what it's made for, and what it actually kind of did like 70 years later. There's all the people partying and changing the vibe of that whole place. I think it's pretty special parties like this kind of that happen. in the
Oh,
world.
yeah, for sure. In a way, it's shocking. A little bit bad, but in another way, it's like to convert bad, evil.
Exactly, into good. It's converting that energy of that place into something positive, basically, which I believe.
Wow, this is nice, man. This is why, I think we have so many, we are not the only ones, but we have kind of crazy lives traveling every weekend in every country that for sure we witness some things,
Well, and also our music is not like commercial DJs and stuff where everything is very white collar and stuff. People in our scene are more like alternative people, and they are more crazy people. So we kind of attract a much more interesting kind of people to our kind of music. You know what I mean? So it is always interesting when you go and travel, because you do meet other really interesting people, and it's not like the white collar people, I call them.
Well, thank you, Rick Tam, for this time spent with us. But before to let you go back to your family, I will hold you a few minutes more for the bubblegum interview now.
I'm here and I'm ready. Get ready to chew on some.
Emma, you good? Oh, I'm very happy to see you here. Are you good? You good? Yeah, me too. So, I see you come with your friend today? No, it's nice because I tell you, it's for everybody. Everybody can enjoy, huh? So you bring your friends, it's super cool. But you tell them about the Bubble Girl interview? Because many people last time, well, not many, but some people, they didn't understand. They said to us, what is the bubblegum interview? It's not very professional to speak about bubblegum in your level. And I tell them, no, man, it's not bubblegum. They speak about this, but we cannot say it because in some countries it's very illegal. But we can say bubblegum. So let's watch Rick Tam, because the guy is very high professional, huh? High level, huh? From Netherlands. I'll show you now, but ex-former champion. Huh? Well, I'm definitely not a swallower. So yes, I've been chewing most of my life. I used to chew 24 hours a day more than anyone, but nowadays not anymore so much. Like I said, I chew mostly with my kids, but I used to like a maniac from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, and then I would wake up in the middle of the night and then chew a little one just to go to sleep again. Oh, yeah, I know the feeling. So most of my music is done all on bubblegum. Donald Trump. Who? Donald Trump. Just to see his face when he gets stoned.
We're going to build the wall. It's going to be built.
Well, to tell you the truth, I have chewed bubblegum with all the people that I wish to. So there's not really anyone that I wish to chew with that I haven't yet already chewed with. Like, we've chewed with most of the people that we know and, share this life with. So there's not many people left out there.
But this was before the corona.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, me and Bunzi, we changed the law of the whole country in one of our many stories because, we went to play in Israel one time, and we just arrived, we got off the plane, and then we went to get some, let's say, chewing gum at a friend's house, and then we went...
Exactly. I think I remember this.
And then I went to a hotel, and then we both kind of, we smoked a bit, and then we went to sleep, and suddenly at like 4 in the morning, I opened my eyes, and there's 3 guys around my bed. Huge, heavy guys. And of course, we were in Israel, so my first thought is they're terrorists. And just when I opened my eyes, the guy slapped me as hard as he can. He just went BAM! With an open fist. So I really thought they were terrorists come to take us away. And then Bunzi was next to me sleeping in the bed next to me. And then I said, Bunzi, wake up. There's some people here. They're beating me. And then one of them, he got the chewing gum. And he was like, where did you get this? And then I kind of understood they were police. So then they took us back to the station, basically. And when we arrived at the station, the chief of police, he knew us. He said, yeah, relax, no problem. But we had to go to court the next day anyway. And the judge, he got so angry at the way that they treated foreigners just for a little bit of bubble gum that there was a law before that you could go inside a person's house in Israel if you smell something. And then after our court case, they changed that law. So we actually changed the law in the country for the better. So it's a bad story, but with a great outcome, basically. It's like kind of 2 in 1, you know? I think I remember this story. Is this the story that you were in the newspaper with the exactly, we were in the newspaper, the front page of the Israeli newspaper. I will find it. I will put on the board while we speak now. I will put it. I know this picture. And I know who is the guy behind you who looked very sad, you know, because he was afraid. Exactly. And I had the t-shirt with saying hi for that. Well, thank you, Riktam. It was very cool to visit me here. I felt a bit lonely, to be honest, in space. It's a pleasure to be on your spaceship here and to take the ride with you, Cedric. I would ride with you any day. Well, for now you are on the screen, but I am working on an experiment to bring you here very soon. Yeah, so man. You will come and have fun with me here. Exactly, I can't wait. That's a rendezvous. I can't wait, that's a date, and we'll see you people there or be square.
Welcome back in this second episode of Trance News. I hope you enjoyed this little interview with Riktam. I personally did. As I said, this interview was shortened, the one before the bubblegum, and you can see the full-length interview, which is around 10 minutes, in our playlist called Full-Length Interview. What a surprise! So, of course, remember to subscribe to our channel, huh? So you cannot miss any in the future. Let's move forward with the show, and as you see the board behind me, it's a little mind trick I would like to introduce you now. It's quite a famous one, but still some of you might not know it. So on the board you see there are a few dots doing a circle together, pink dots, and one of them is disappearing after each other, just disappearing. But let's go a little bit closer to the board now, and you will realize the more you are staring now only in the cross in the middle of the board, that actually the pink dots are not disappearing. It's a green dot with just circling around. And while you are just focusing on the cross in the middle of the screen, you will realize now, little by little, that the pink dots are completely disappearing from your sight. I love this hallucination. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And while you are enjoying it now, actually, I would like to briefly introduce you the next documentary on Netflix that I would like you to watch. It's called The Social Dilemma, and I think that if, like me, you are addicted to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and YouTube, and and all of these social media things, I think it's a very good thing for you to watch. So I agree with some of you, this is not connected to the psychedelic culture, but I think that if you are watching the show now, you are connected to one of these applications, or at least using Google. So it's worth it, because it's it's good to know what's happening behind the screens when you are clicking all these buttons on your screen. Well, before to receive my second guest, let me explain you a little bit why he is my second guest. We are preparing now a special episode about Brazil. We will make some special episode during the year about Israel, about Portugal, about ambient, about high-tech, many topics to be covered. And the next one will be about Brazil. So I was thinking, who is the best possible co-host with me? You know, who is the guy that all the agencies, all the DJs, all the other artists and the party organizer, they all like and respect? And the answer jumped into my mind very easily. It's Leo from Cosmonet. So if you are from Brazil, of course, you know Cosmonet. He's there from the start. He's considered as the father of Brazilian trance. But if you are in Europe, you might not know him. So it's a good way to present him to you, because he's one of the nicest person that I met. He's really, really a nice guy. So this interview has been shortened, again, for the purpose of the show. But you can see the full-length interview in the playlist of the channel. So subscribe to our channel and meet with Leo Cosmonet now. So Leo, now you are here with me in the ship. How was the trip? You didn't have any pain, right?
No, I'm feeling good, man. Actually, I'm super glad to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Oh, nice to know. No, because it was a test, so if you had pain, I couldn't do it with the others.
Okay. So, how was the test? Nice. I'm glad to be the test.
They love you, man, you know. I mean, I didn't meet anyone who don't like Leo. There are always gangs, you know,
Nice.
between DJs, agencies, but everybody likes you, as far as I know.
Nice, man. I'm super glad again to know about it because, you know, a lot of people talk, are polite in our front and in the back. So it's nice to know that you never heard something bad about me. It's super cool.
No, I know what you mean. No,
I
but
appreciate.
well, can you tell me, like, what is the most crazy thing that happened to you as a DJ, you know?
Yes, I do, but I'm not going to say the name and not the country, all right? But one of the very first time that I played outside Brazil, I just arrived in this country, and then I was missing my bubblegum, right? So then we went to the shop to get some bubblegum. And then when we were leaving, we heard some sound, you know, that woo. And then, man, the guy started to run from those guys, right? And then it was super, super scary, like hell. For me, especially because I was not expecting for that. And then, yeah, it was a movie situation in the middle of the city and everything. The guy was Johnny was a drifting driver. So it was like a super fast and furious situation. And yeah, I cannot say.
In the middle of the city?
Yeah, in the middle of the city, yes. With a screaming like, stop the car, like movie situation. Seriously. This was the most scary.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it. I was never, I never was proud of it, but I was there.
Okay, and what is your best memory as a party?
But I do think when I played in Nageha, Tokyo, it was at the time was the biggest club in Asia. Japan and everything was like my, I don't know how can I say, but one of the trophies. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
know. It's like an achievement in your career.
Exactly. Yes.
But just before to leave us, I will leave you now in our machine for the bubblegum interview.
Your imagination is your only limitation.
Yes, I am a chewer. Yes, I am. Okay, so I was chewing, of course. Outside Brazil, in the place chewing, it's okay. So I was chewing a lot, and then I was trying to get some water or juice or something, and I couldn't move myself because of the bubble gum, and then I was like stuck in the same place for half an hour. Imagine how the water feels like. Something like that. Yes, it was super funny. Okay. He must be alive? No. No, it's just an imaginary something. Nikola Tesla, for sure. My grandparents are born in Yugoslavia before the war, so Tesla is Yugoslavian. There was no Serbia or Croatian, so it kind of hero, our hero. You know, my grandpa talks about him a lot, so it becomes my hero. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know you were a little bit Yugoslavian. I think we will stop now the interview.
Yes, but I am. Yes, I do. Yes, this is one of my preferred chewing moments. You know, to to be with someone that I do like to interact. You know, in a brain wise. I mean, like in a brain level. You know, I do like to change experiences when I'm chewing. Yes, I do.
I was speaking about your girlfriend, right?
Yes. But that's why, you know, it's some metaphoric, you know, as the bubble gum for the
Brain,
brain
okay,
levels.
okay.
It's like, you know, the head.
Yeah, we like metaphor in this show. Johnny, the bubble gum,
yes.
the brain.
Yes, yes.
How is your brain now?
So, a little scratchy, but yeah, that's oh my god.
Okay. So,
Just a sec, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. So now I'm in the space with you. So I'm kind of one astronaut because of you. So thanks for the invitation one more time, bro.
I love to invite people in space with me.
Thank you. man.
Thanks, Lou. We speak very, very soon. It was super cool.
So nice, man. Hello for everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Nice.
Well, I am afraid that this episode is now reaching its end. We hope you enjoyed it with us. It was a lot of fun to do, as always. Sam, what did you think of this episode?
I do not have the energy to pretend that you were good today, but the episode was a funny one.
Yeah, because now the machines have a sense of humor, right?
Of course we do. It is you who don't understand jokes.
Yeah, I'd like to see this. Have you noticed at least that I made some effort with my haircut for you in the second half of the show?
Yes, and you look much better.
Thank you. Finally something nice.
You see, you don't understand jokes.
Of course. Well, I prefer the sound of your voice when you shut up after all. But okay, let me ask you a last question. What are your advanced algorithms suggesting for the next episode?
I suggest you to invite your Israeli friends who are locked down for the second time now. I am sure they can use some time having fun with us. Also, your friends Stryker and Mechanica are producing a collaboration album together. I would suggest you to dig in that direction.
At least for this, you're good. I'll keep you. So see you soon in the next episode of Trance News.